Today we're going to take a closer look at Bluefin, one of the top decentralized spot and derivative trading platforms on Sui. I'll show you what makes Bluefin unique, how to get started. We'll go through the process of testing it out by making some swaps, some trades, and show you why it is among the top on-chain trading platforms, not just on Sui, but really in all crypto. But before I get started, please note nothing I say is financial advice. This is for education, entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. Taking a look at the Sui ecosystem on DeFi Llama, you'll see we're currently sitting at 2.1 billion total value locked. Sui has been on fire. We scroll down to protocol rankings. You'll see that Bluefin is currently sitting at number 6 with 132 million in total value locked. Taking a closer look at their X profile, Bluefin's North Star become the most powerful on-chain trading venue. Since its launch, Bluefin has processed over $50 billion, making it the #1 protocol on Sui network by total trading volume. Now we go 10x bigger with Bluefin Pro, Bluefin X, and Bluefin Spot V2 all coming this quarter. DEXs will continue to gain dominance in 2025, and Bluefin will be the ultimate application enabled by Sui. So lots of upgrades coming this quarter to the Bluefin protocol. They had a strong presence at Basecamp Dubai. Just last week, they announced that they have become a stakeholder in AlphaFi, which is another top DeFi protocol in the Sui ecosystem. So that's going to be integrating directly with Bluefin Spot and perps. Okay, let's jump on their website. A financial network with parallelized performance, building the most powerful decentralized financial ecosystem, performant, accessible, and intuitive. In early 2003, we decided to build on Sui. No one was as optimistic as we were, and that optimism has grown stronger. Sui is best positioned to support our vision. Soon you won't even know you're on chain. So that's one of their big goals, is to make the platform feel like you're trading on a high-end centralized exchange, but fully decentralized, built and backed by the best. So you can see they're backed by some big investors. Their team has an impressive background coming from Meta, Goldman Sachs, Amazon, New York Stock Exchange. All right, so this is just trade.bluefin.io. We're going to go ahead and click on get started to connect our wallet. We'll connect our Slush wallet, but they also have the option to log in with Google. They use the ZK login technology, making it easy for Web2 users to use this protocol. You can also use Phantom, OKX, and other wallets. We'll go with Slush, formerly Sui wallet. Slush is the native wallet for the Sui blockchain. We'll go ahead and approve it. Our wallet's connected. You can see here is the DEX. We're going to go through each one of these sections kind of quick, and then I really want to focus mainly on the perps. Taking a look at the DEX, pretty straightforward. You can trade all Sui ecosystem tokens. So if we wanted to trade Sui for USDC, simple swap. You could also set limit orders. Now let's change this to wall token and click on advanced view. So this is really nice. You get all the key info that you need: liquidity, 24-hour trading volume, holder count. This is approaching 80,000 holders. So advanced view is really nice. If you click on settings right here, you can adjust your slippage and transaction mode. You can go standard, fast, or custom. And Bluefin X is currently in beta, another upgrade to the platform. Next up, let's go to perps. So this is where we can trade with leverage on chain. You can see you can trade ETH, Bitcoin, Solana, Avalanche, as well as Sui ecosystem tokens like Walrus, Blue, Deep, and Send. Quickly, let's take a look at Blue before I forget on DEX Screener. So this is the token for the Bluefin protocol, currently sitting at $31 million market cap. This is one that you definitely want to keep an eye on as more users come into the Sui ecosystem. And so we're going to come back here in a second. We're going to go ahead and set this up and we're going to test it out. But quickly, let's go to lend. So you could go ahead and supply Walrus, Sui, any of these Sui ecosystem tokens. You could lend them and earn APR, pretty good APR on these. Now let's go to pools. You can see there's two different options: concentrated pools, spot, or Bluefin vaults. Let's take a look at concentrated pools. 94 million total value locked and over 59 billion Bluefin volume, which is crazy. The 24-hour APR on some of these pairs is really impressive. Deep USDC is at 944%. Wall USDC is at 654%. Obviously these fluctuate, but it's definitely worth checking out some of the pools on Bluefin. If you have any liquidity positions open on Bluefin, you'll see them here. And then here on Bridge, you can bridge assets from other chains over to Sui network. So let's go back to perps and we'll walk through the steps of getting started. This wallet has not interacted with this, so this is going to be brand new. Let's click on complete onboarding. You're gonna have to just read through this and click accept and then sign it in your wallet. Terms accepted. One-click trading, you need to approve this to start trading. You can turn off one-click trading in the settings after. So I'll just say approve it. One-click trading is going to eliminate the need to have to approve every transaction in your wallet, have the wallet pop up each time you're trading. So I'm going to go ahead and approve that. All right, so now to start using this, making trades, we need to deposit. Click up on deposit, click deposit again, and you'll notice here it's WUSDC. So this is a little bit confusing. So if we go to the docs for Bluefin, it says perpetual contracts on Bluefin V2 are collateralized using USDC ETH, also called WUSDC. All right, so what we need to do to fund this perps account is we're going to click out of this. We're going to go back to the DEX, and I have some Sui in my Slush wallet that's connected. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just swap 2 Sui for WUSDC right here. Okay, so that's the token that we need to use the exchange. So I'm going to say place order, confirm it, approve it. All right, so the swap went through. Let's go back to perps, go back to deposit, perpetuals, and you can see I now have $7.80 worth of WUSDC that I can deposit. So I'll say max and deposit. And now if we take a look up here at account, we have $7.80 of WUSDC available to trade with in this perps account. So let's go ahead and test this out. We'll use Sui as the example. Currently sitting at 96, just under $4. Looks like a good spot to buy. You can also sell short. In this example, we'll buy. You can buy with market, and it's just going to buy at whatever the price is when you press the buy Sui button. Or you can set a limit order and say, I want to buy it when it hits $3.91 or whatever your target is. In this case, we'll go with market order, and then I'll just use this slider and we'll move it over a little bit. We'll just slide this to about halfway. We'll say 5. That's going to come out to 5 Sui. Go ahead and say buy Sui. Market order filled. And we turned on one-click buys, which is nice. We didn't have to prove anything in the wallet. We now hold size of 5 Sui by using leverage fully on chain. Here's our entry price, $3.96. Here's our liquidation price, $3.25. Our current P&L. And so it's pretty simple. Again, you could trade, in addition to Sui, Bitcoin, ETH, Solana. But what I really like is that you could trade Sui ecosystem tokens like Wall, Blue, Deep, Send with leverage on Bluefin. In addition to what you get with other on-chain perps platforms where you can trade Bitcoin, ETH, Solana. Many of them now have Sui, but this is great. This is tailored to the Sui ecosystem. So you can do Bitcoin, ETH, and other chains, but you can also trade top ecosystem tokens like Walrus and Deepbook, which is a huge advantage in my opinion of using Bluefin. So one more thing I want to show you back to my open positions. You'll see this TPSL, that's take profit stop loss. If you click on that, you can set a take profit price, or you could just say a percentage, like if it hits 20%, close my position, take profit. And then the same thing with stop loss. You could either enter a number or just say like when it's at a 3% loss, close the position. So it's always smart to use take profit and stop loss, and you can do that real easy. So for anybody looking for a fully on-chain perps exchange tailored to the Sui ecosystem and built on Sui, then Bluefin is something I would highly recommend checking out. Again, be careful when using leverage, but the Bluefin user experience is really solid. It reminds me of DYDX, another top perps exchange. Bluefin Pro is coming very soon. Spot V2 and Aggregator are also coming, so some upgrades to the platform are on the way. It's a great all-around solution for on-chain perps trading, especially if you're looking for something tailored to the Sui ecosystem. So hopefully this was helpful. If it was, please leave a like and subscribe for more crypto content. I'll see you in the next one.